Trish Van Dyke, and I would like to ask Adam Giles, or the CLP generally, but to Adam Giles perhaps. Given that the prison is absolutely chock-a-block and overcrowded to the maximum, and given that there are 90% or thereabouts of Indigenous people in the prison, and I know law and order is a big agenda on your item, but would you be considering bringing back mandatory sentencing, which would exacerbate the matter to an almost impossible rate, and probably do no good, because the recidivism out of the prison is very, very high too. So I'm just wondering and given that it's a legal challenge, that maybe mandatory sentencing is not legal, would the CLP be pursuing that agenda as they have promised to do?
Okay, Angela. Little microphone.
Thanks, Chris, for the question. No, we won't be pursuing mandatory sentencing. I can say that I am emotionally disturbed by the level of Indigenous incarceration and the recidivism rate. I think in 2012, in a nation such as Australia, with the level of Indigenous incarceration, it's appalling. I know that if I've been around politics long enough, I know that if it was a Liberal government and this was happening, Labor would be singing from the rafters absolutely baggies about what's actually happening. We lock up black Territorians 7 times more than they ever did under apartheid in South Africa at its highest, as a basis against the population. It is disturbing what is happening. There are fundamental problems in our social psyche across the Northern Territory. We know many of those issues, and we've got to put in place reforms at the structural level to try and fix some of these things. We've spoken about the Planning Commission, housing, outstations, regional councils, economic development. There's a range of areas where we need to address this to try and get to the root cause of the problem. I believe that we need to do a number of things, and that's why we've got a policy around mandatory rehabilitation and voluntary rehabilitation for people who've got chronic alcohol misuse or abuse problems. So anyone picked up 3 times in a 6-month period will either have to go to voluntary rehabilitation or mandatory rehabilitation. We don't want people clogging up our police stations night after night, getting washed in and washed out because they're drunk on the street. We want to try and help people, and we don't want those people then ending up, we don't want those people then ending up through the prison system, which is what's happening now as a result of breaking into people's houses or commercial premises to get through. Okay. It's not working under the current alcohol regime. All we're doing is locking up black Territorians. I'm not happy with it. Okay.
We'll just go back to the question. Is there any point of clarification you want to ask there?
So is that a definitive no?
No, right at the start. No.